Good morning, Phillips County. Welcome to the Tadpoll. I am today's guest host, Cindy Walker. Shout out to Tad Feltz. He's usually watching. Hope you're doing really well today, Tad. And this morning, I have with me TyLynn Blank and Stacy Cole with the Kirwin City Library and also the City of Kirwin. So welcome. And the reason that we're having them on today is we wanted to showcase some of the great things that are going to be going on across Phillips County this summer. And so Kirwin happens to have a really amazing summer reading program and probably some other things in store. What is going on in Kirwin this summer?
Well, to start off, May 29th, there is a T-Rex Tea Party at 1:30. Everyone is invited, and there will be lots of fun things going on there. There is also a library crawl across all of the CKLS libraries this summer. We don't have a lot of details yet, but look at our Facebook page for more. There will be prizes and fun activities at every library you do go to.
At every library in the Central Kansas library
that is
system?
participating.
Okay.
Yes. Not all of them are participating, but the ones that are doing it, there will be a list of them.
Okay, so that's fun.
And then our reading story this summer, or what dates are those, TyLynn?
Summer reading program is from June 4th through July 2nd, every Thursday at 10. There will be activities for ages 0 through 13. The story hour will be 3 through 7, and then 8 through 13.
So those are all so the summer reading program, Kirwin, they have so many kids going to their summer reading program that they actually split it into 2 different groups, right? So
Yes.
Everyone 0 through 13 comes at the same time, and then you divide, and there's the younger kids have their story time and the older kids have an activity for them. And so all the kids come at the same time. That's a really important note. But before I started working with the Kirwin Library, I had no idea that there would have been such a large summer reading program in Kirwin because it is a small community, and you guys really do impressive things at your library. So I guess it's not a secret because lots of people go. But it might be a secret to some of the viewers today. And what is the theme of this year's summer reading program?
Dinosaurs, Unearth the Story.
Many activities, stories, and crafts and music will correlate with our program. So it's always fun to get together with the kids and do all those different fun activities.
Yeah, so it isn't just reading a story. A lot of times there's maybe a snack, some sort of a fun craft, playing outside. I know sometimes they're inside, they're outside, they're everywhere in the library. So are there other programs that you have going on through the summer? I mean, that's a bunch. Not really so much?
Not really.
Okay, that's
Not
all
that
right.
I can think of.
And so, TyLynn, you are new there, relatively new. So you said you started in January. And you are the city clerk and the librarian. And then you also, do you have a library assistant now? So Jesse Wyrell helps there in the library. And then you also have a board that supports you.
Yes.
So that is really part of the secret sauce, I guess, of how you are able to have such wonderful and thriving programs in Kirwin, is that you have so many people who volunteer.
Yes.
So I'm sure you appreciate those. How are you enjoying your role and the transition into that?
It's been good. Jesse's been a lot of help, and she's awesome for me.
Yes.
On the library side.
That's great. And then Stacy, so you are involved as a volunteer.
Right.
Why is it that you decided you you are passionate about the library.
Well, you know, I had the opportunity, 2024-25, to come and work with Homeschool Group, which is thriving beautifully. And because I was there, they needed some volunteers to help with the summer reading program. And I said, sure. So that's how I've been able to participate and be part of the community with the Story Hour. And we'll get to help again this year. So it'll be fun. Always fun.
Yeah, it's really great to have those opportunities to plug in an area where you are gifted in the community and make a really big impact there. So. So also then with you mentioned the homeschool group. So the Phillips County Homeschool Group also meets at the Kirwin Library throughout the regular year. And Jesse had asked me to mention they are having a living wax museum and science fair this evening in Kirwin. And it looks like 6 o'clock at the Kirwin Community Building, the Quonset Hut. And so they will be doing that. And they just wanted to say that is free and open to the community. If anybody wants to go and see that, the Living Wax Museum, they're reenacting a historical figure and dressed in costume. I've been to other ones before, and that is a really interesting project. And then the science fair. And so, yeah, a lot of really great things happening in Kirwin. Are there any other things that I'm forgetting to ask you that you wanted to mention? Oh, what are your hours? During summer.
Monday, Wednesday, and Thursday, 9 to noon, and then 1 to 4, and Tuesdays, 9 to noon, and 1 to 6. Tuesdays are my late night.
Tuesdays are the late night. And so there are a lot of great books and other resources there at the library. And so you can go and see TyLynn there and get to meet her, and definitely check out those programs, especially if you have children. So Thursdays in June, starting in June at 10 a.m., ages 0 to 13. And also, I guess everybody might not know, where do you find the city library in Kirwin?
In the middle of town.
Just right in the middle of town, in the square. It's an old firehouse. Yes. It's a really neat building, so you literally can't miss it. If you turn into Kirwin, you know, hopefully you have to drive around it to park. But yeah, you'll just find it right there in the middle of town. Wonderful library. We are fortunate in Phillips County to have libraries in so many of our small communities and things, and you guys are a wonderful resource and very important to have that. And you have kids from all over Phillips County that come to participate in, and some that are probably from Smith County. I think I've seen some there. Yeah. So anyone is welcome. You certainly don't have to live in Kirwin to attend the amazing summer reading program or take advantage of the library services that are there. So thank you so much for coming on. I know you were a little bit nervous. Maybe you prefer to be more of the reading than the talking in front of everyone, but you're very generous to come on with your time. And thank you for what you're doing for the kids in Phillips County and the amazing things you're doing there. Keep up the good work in Kirwin.
Thank you.
Thank you for having us.
All right, and we'll be right back after a word from our sponsors.
On the field, taking risks is part of the game. Every yard, every play. It's about going all in. But when it comes to your money, it pays to be careful. With the careful service from First National Bank and Trust, you can detect unusual activity and stop fraud before it happens. Protect yourself and the ones you love with Careful, because being smart off the field is the real win.
We're here for you.
Life's better when you're under our roof because you'll feel protected.
Good thing we're covered.
And safe drivers could save too. Also, your family's free too.
Dream fearlessly.
And you can get a personalized rate based on how you drive. So while they're dreaming, you're saving. Customize what you pay with Drive My Way. American Family Insurance.
The Hansen Museum of Logan, Kansas is where history and creativity unite. For over 50 years, we've been your cultural hub, offering a diverse range of exhibits, from captivating Lego brick displays to timeless joy of Bob Ross's art. But we're not just a museum, we're a community gathering space. Join us for thrilling events like Murder Mysteries or celebrate creative talents at one of our many events. At the Hansen Museum, we're not just preserving the past, we're creating memories for the future.
We are taking wheat to the next level. As a producer of vital wheat gluten, advanced biofuels, and important co-products. Amber Wave. Vital. Reliable. Sustainable.
Well, welcome back. Now I am joined by Jordan and Alissa, and they're here to talk about the play space here in Phillipsburg. And summer is coming. I think school is rapidly disappearing, and so there are going to be a lot of children who are looking for somewhere to go and something to do, and parents who need to get their children out of the house. So what a great time to learn more about the play space.
Yeah, so the Play Space is a nonprofit that's been around for 2 years now. So we have a board of young moms who recognize that getting your children out of the house makes us all better parents and makes our kids happy and our houses stay clean. So we also realize that there aren't a lot of places we can do that with our children when the weather's bad or before the library opens. So we have an indoor play area for children kind of geared from birth to 12. And it's a membership-based organization. So families can purchase a membership or get a scholarship for membership, and then they go through a short orientation process, and then they can come use the space at will. So we recently moved. We're now in the Methodist Church. So previously we were closer to the Fisher Building. This space is a lot bigger, gives us more natural light, and it's a really great place to take your kids.
Okay, so the Methodist Church in Phillipsburg, also known as across the street from the Mexican restaurant, for those people who might not know, that's the important landmark. That's the one, sometimes, you know.
And it's in the old nursery, or the nursery area, if people know of like where the nursery was in the Methodist.
So they come to the Methodist Church and they go kind of in the side doors and upstairs?
Yeah, the side doors that face the Mexican restaurant, and you go up the stairs and to the right a little bit, and by the bathrooms, and then you'll see our sign on the wall.
So very important, bathrooms nearby, also important with the small children. So what sorts of activities or things can they expect to play with at the play space?
Yeah, we're big on dramatic play. So we have a couple play kitchens, we have a doctor set, a vet set, a fun Barbie castle. There's
grocery store.
Oh yeah, the grocery store, that's a big hit. We have some like toddler crawling areas with a play mat and a play tunnel. And then we have some bigger kid options as well. So there is it a PlayStation? I don't know these things.
Yes, we have a PlayStation, a Wii, a foosball table, and an air hockey table.
And then this space, we're able to have more of our toys out. Previously, we were doing a toy rotation because of space limitations. Now that it's all there. So we tried to focus, and the community has donated all these toys. So these were all donated from dollars within our community. And it's a lot of toys that kids might not have at home. So those big purchases that not every family is able to do or has the space to do. So we have a fort building kit too for the bigger kids that nobody
yes.
tackled
That's
yet.
fun.
Yes, yeah.
That's fun. So when they come in to the play place, then I assume that orientation talks about some expectations, maybe some rules. They have to maybe clean up after themselves. What can they expect in terms of expectations?
Of course. You want to talk to that?
Yes, so we have a handbook that we go through and kind of give each member that wants to be a part of it, and a lot of it is walking through like where the lights are. We have a first aid kit, we have an emergency kit, and then it walks through like to clean up after yourself, where the cleaning supplies are, and just kind of put things back where they are or where you think they belong. I mean, nowhere has set stone in the place, but you can get a general idea and shut off your lights and then leave for the day and lock up. So it's pretty basic.
It's easy.
Is there somebody who is staffing it then, or they just pretty much have a key, or there's hours? How's that work?
We do have hours. Our hours are 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. Except for on Sundays.
And then plays after 12 to accommodate church hours. But each family member through their orientation process gets a code for our key box.
Okay.
So when you arrive, you can type your code in, you open your key box, then you can open the church and then lock it back up so it's safe and secure. And then you can play within those hours kind of at will. So we have annual memberships, seasonal memberships, monthly memberships, and then drop-in memberships. The drop-in is a little bit tricky to maintain our insurance compliance. Sorry, I'm losing my voice. That kind of week. Families do have to complete a background check and then be present with their children while they're in this space. And then they're able to come and play at will. So it does take a little bit of coordination with our board and the members to kind of start play. But once you've done the paperwork and passed that background check, the sky's the limit for you. And we do have some scholarship money from the Phillips County Community Foundation that can also pay for families' memberships if that's something they're interested in.
So finances, not a restriction. That's a very important thing. Our community foundation does a great job of making sure people have access. I know that's something that's really important. So the important thing to note is do not just say, hey kids, we're going to go to the play space today. That's what I'm hearing. Is don't just say we're going. Contact you first, get all the things set up and get the approval and the go ahead. And then, hey kids, guess what? We signed up for the most fun thing in Phillipsburg, or however you want to sell it.
We do have to have a little bit of paperwork for the background. So
yes, so that's important, but also gives some peace of mind for parents who are, are there going to be other people there? It can be a little intimidating going into a dark, empty church, or potentially like who's going to be there. So safety is very important, of course. So how, if somebody wants to join, how do they contact you? How do they get that process started?
You can send us an email at the third, what is our email?
On our Facebook page, everything is there. So that's kind of like if there's going to be information shared, the Play Space Facebook page is the place to be. And it is just the Play Space on that.
Okay.
We are part of a larger nonprofit called the Third Space. Okay. So the intention is to bring places outside of work and home to individuals in our community to build community. So this is just kind of the first step in that process. But so email, Facebook message, find a board member.
Okay, and the board members, you said there are several, so obviously you're on the board. Anybody else that you wanna tag in so everybody isn't just contacting you?
Of course, So the full board, and I'm probably gonna forget somebody, so please jump in. So we have Billy Knowles, Olivia McLean, Katie Wagner, and Fallon Breton, and then Jordan and I. Did I forget anyone?
No.
We've had other board members in the past that helped us start and build, so we're really appreciative for their work as well.
Yeah, so it's just a really important community asset, like you said, a place for people to go. The nice thing about that is you have a membership, but you don't have to go buy something every time you go. Like you're paying into the membership, but it's not like, oh, well, we're meeting for ice cream and we have to pay for ice cream every time. Like sometimes that's a nice opportunity when you have kids. It gets hot for the park or it gets rainy. So having an extra place for kids to and moms.
Yes. Just
right?
like community and talking to each other.
Yes.
Better parents when we have some adult interaction.
Yes, exactly. I remember when I had small kids, those times with those play dates with the kids, those were really for the moms to talk. And just one more minute. We're just going to play for one more minute. My kids I'll have a really warped sense of time because of that. But it's just such a good opportunity and a healthy thing and a good thing for your kids to connect with others and see you doing the same thing. So thank you for your contributions to the community and making that accessible. And so visit the Play Space Facebook page. I'm going to say that slowly. It's kind of a tongue twister. Or contact one of these board members if you would like to get involved and try out the Play Space this summer. And now we'll go back to commercials and we'll be here with Shari Buss afterwards.
Up here. Sure, all the other stuff's off. There we go.
If your vehicle is pulling, shaking, or just doesn't feel right, don't ignore it. At Coombs West Shop, we're more than alignments. We offer engine repair, routine maintenance, wheel alignments, and tire services, including new and used tires and tire repair. One shop, honest work, done right the first time. Call Coombs West Shop at 785-543-6647.
At Farmers National Bank, we believe that strong foundations are built on faith, hard work, and everyday heroes. For over a century, we've been proud to serve the communities that have made us who we are today. We honor everyday heroes who dedicate their lives to serving others. You inspire us to treat every customer with the respect and care they deserve. At Farmers National Bank, we know that strong communities are built on strong foundations, and we are proud to be part of yours. Farmers National Bank, honoring strong foundations since 1921.
Are you looking for reliable insurance options in Phillipsburg, Kansas? Look no further than Rogers & Associates Insurance. Our team is dedicated to providing great options for home, agriculture, auto, and commercial insurance. Whether you're a homeowner, farmer, or business owner, we have the coverage you need to protect what matters most. Trust us to provide you with personalized service and competitive rates. Contact Rogers & Associates Insurance today to learn more about our insurance solutions.
Well, welcome back. I'm joined by Shari Buss with the Hansen Museum. And as we're preparing for summer, the Hansen Museum has so many wonderful activities in the summer.
We do. We have activities all year round.
Well,
but
yes,
summer,
that's
true.
true.
We do gear up a lot for summer.
Yes.
So starting off with May 30th, we have a wonderfully fun sewing class hosted by Pauline Pogue, and it's called the Big Bag Theory is the name of the pattern. And so I don't know if it'll be readily seen, but she's sent me a sample here, and there is a big gorgeous bag that you can pick out 5-inch charm pack of 47 squares, so no cutting, and put together this wonderful bag that could be useful for overnight, pool, beach, all kinds of things like that. And we're excited to have Pauline. She's a first-time instructor. And then following Pauline's class, on Saturday, June 6th, we'll have another basket weaving class with Marsha Jensen. Marsha's a wonderful fiber artist from Manhattan, Kansas, and she has been coming up for the last 3 years to teach basket weaving. And believe it or not, it's a lot of fun.
I've seen a lot of people participate in that, and they've shared some fun pictures on their Facebook pages. So yeah, it looks fun. Yeah,
it is. It's a lot of fun, and this time we're going to do a big round basket. It's called Jillian's basket, and so it's really not for beginning weavers.
Okay.
Unless you're really crafty and astute, it's more for folks that have a little experience because it's a little different design with a spoked bottom.
Okay.
So we're looking forward to that. And then June 27th, we have a intermediate crochet class for April Tevis is teaching it, and they're going to make these really cute little teddy bears.
Oh, cute.
And so that'll be fun. And then at the end of June, we are going to install our big summer exhibit. It's called Going Places, very similar to last year's astronaut exhibit.
Okay.
From the same company, SciTech, out of Perth, Australia. And it'll be all about the technology of transportation. So we'll have a biplane, there'll be a drone section, there'll be a hovercraft section, and it'll all be full body immersive. And there'll be some low tech stuff in there as well as there'll be a challenge of how can you put as much stuff as you can in the trunk of this car.
Oh,
and
that's a practical
I am
one.
really good
Yeah.
at that. I can tell you
okay.
that much. I'm really good at that. So, and then we have our summer camps for kids. Unfortunately, Brad Shemolsky, who's taught our STEM camp, he is unable to teach us this year, so we are looking for a STEM camp instructor. we're open to any suggestions if anybody has any ideas. But then we'll have our art camp in July, and it's just a lot of fun. There'll be 3 days, 3 different mediums, 3 different instructors, and we have from kindergarten through 3rd, and then 4th, 5th, and 6th in the afternoon. And if your older child wants to come to art camp, we don't turn them down. We just don't have a older kid specific because they are busy and they don't tend to fill up. But you do have those kids that are really interested in art that want to come. And so then we also are gearing up for our Arts and Craft Fair, which is August 15th this year. So we're
going to get to have it again this year.
Last year we had that big street project going on, so we didn't do it. We used those Arts and Craft Fair funds to put in new handicap accessible every place our sidewalk met the street.
The curb is cut now.
Yeah,
right?
so super excited about that.
Yeah.
And so we are getting crafters. We've got our entertainment scheduled. We'll have formally 3 from the Kearney, Nebraska area. They're 2 band teachers, actually, and they have a very good sound, and they are very multi-talented, and they play everything from Van Morris's Brown Eyed Girl to Bruno Mars' Uptown Funk.
Oh, wow. So something for everyone with one band. Yeah.
They're very, very, very talented. Yes. And then we'll also have 80 Proof Alice on the other stage, and they're more bluegrass folk. We've had them before in the past, and I think Phillipsburg had them on the square around the up here at the farmers market. They're very, very talented. And local connection there, Tyson Lesage grew up in Stockton, and his mom and dad are avid patrons of the museum and come to dance class. And his mom's the one who said, hey, Tyson has a band, and we listened to him. It's like, oh, they're really good. A fun sound, bluegrass. And, you know, so we also will have all our inflatables. This year we're also going to do a real fun bubble extravaganza over on the tennis courts. So we've never had it before, but I guess they'll fill the tennis courts with bubbles and the kids can walk through it, and
that
it sounds
will be
messy
very fun.
and a lot of fun. So.
Yes, exactly. The sort of thing you don't want to do at home, but you'd love to have somebody else do it for your kids.
Yeah. We're doing it at the end of the day, so, you know, they can...
If they get a little sticky, they'll be going home soon.
So we're excited about that. And then we'll have Color Me Crazy out of Salina come back for face painting and airbrush tattoos for the kids. And then just the great crafters. We always have so many wonderful crafting vendors, and it's just a lot of fun.
Yeah, and some food. There's usually food around, some good fundraisers.
Always good food. I know that KUY is coming back with their walking tacos. I expect the Lions Club will have their burgers and brats. And I'm not sure if the Catholic Church will be participating this year. I haven't reached out to them, but hopefully they always sell out really fast.
Chicken and noodles, is that what they do?
Yeah, chicken noodles
correctly?
and Sloppy Joes. So, but I haven't got a commitment from them yet. So, no, but never fear, we'll always have food.
Yes.
And then, you know, there'll always be other fun little ditties around too. I think the Historical Museum has recently captured a, cotton candy machine. I wanted to say fluff machine, but that's not right. And I think they're going to be on the square this year too with cotton candy. So, you know, you can't go wrong with
something
any of that
for kids
stuff.
to beg for, or adults. Adults enjoy cotton candy
all of that stuff. Some of our demonstrations, I know we have a really incredibly talented lady from Marysville who does these miniature quilts. She's an avid quilter, and she said, I've made all these big quilts, and what do you do with them? But she still wanted to quilt. So she creates these miniatures, and they're super cool.
Like how miniature? Like a book size, like a piece
like
of paper?
8.5 by 11. Some of them were a little larger. She came in when we had our open call quilt exhibition, and she showed us her work, and they were just super neat. And I'm like, you got to come show us how to do this, you know. And she said, yeah, she'd love to. And she's done a lot of different talks. So we're excited. That's a new thing for us.
Fun.
And we'll have our chainsaw carver. He'll be across the street at the filling station for a little while. Then he'll come back on the square and do some smaller stuff and talk with people. He's had some health issues, so he can't carve all day in the hot sun. So he'll carve in the morning, then come on the square and just visit. But he's so personable. Everybody loves him. So
that's a really neat thing that you don't see every day. But yeah, so in the morning, if you want to see the chainsaw carving, prioritize that in the morning. Okay.
Yes. So we'll be fun. And I think we'll have our 5K again, 5K 2-mile walk which all of the registration fees for that go to hospice.
Okay.
And then we'll launch right into our Labor Day celebration, which is September 6th this year. It's a little bit later. It's always the Sunday before Labor Day. And a new addition there, besides all of the volleyball, the cars, and everything, is the firemen. The local firemen are going to host a cornhole tournament in the afternoon,
fun.
which will be fun. They are in the process of securing funds to build a new firehouse.
Okay.
And so the funds from the registration fees for this cornhole tournament will go specifically to furnishings and things, that were outside of the actual scope of the building project. So we're excited to be able to help them because they always help us by being on hand for our fabulous fireworks. And the fireworks are contracted already, so prayerfully we don't have a burn ban. So we can set those off. And then our entertainment will be the Innocents. They were there last year. They're a wonderful band that, again, has a very wide range. They play some popular country, they play some soft rock, they play some oldies. Just, again, something for everybody. They're all very musically talented, a lot of fun. And so we're excited. I think it's going to be a great time. And I don't want to leave out, because our current exhibit is just really fabulous. It is called Spectacle. It's traveled by the National Geographic Society. It's rare and astonishing photographs taken from all around the world. There's even one from Kansas. There's a tornado chaser, a Kansas photographer, got his photograph in the magazine. And so, but it ranges everything. You have cultural, you have the animal kingdom, you have just the oddities, and then you have the crazy, like there's a photo of these fellows who have been hiking in Italy in the Dolomites, and they have strung a suspension wire between two peaks, and then they have hammocks hanging on them, resting in them. And to get to your hammock, you have to traverse the suspension wire.
Oh, wow.
And there's a guy just sitting there reading a newspaper in his...
Just relaxing. Because why not? Right.
So I mean, it's just
interesting things that you don't see every day in Phillips County, Kansas.
There's a tribal, African tribal young boy. He's all in his regalia and he's blowing a big bubble. Just fun. It makes you think. And we've had some really interesting visitors this last week. We had a couple from England, Cornwall, I think is where they were from. They specifically came to vacation in Kansas and Missouri because they wanted to travel along Highway 9 and Highway 36 to look at abandoned churches and abandoned homes.
Interesting.
They were very interesting. They were very normal. He was a retired train conductor. She was a I think we'd equivalent to a 911 operator there. And there was a photograph of the sea crashing into the cliffs, and it was that photograph where it's taken, the area was one county away from where they lived.
Oh, wow.
And so that was
Small
kind
world.
of fun. We got a picture of them. And then that same day we had a lady from Minnesota come in. That weekend we had a couple come from Iowa who had purposely traveled through Kansas on Highway 36. They saw the sign for the museum and traveled down to see it. So it's just been a lot of fun. And that's kind of this type of year. We see all kinds of different kinds of visitors that really just open our eyes to how wide our world is, but yet how interconnected we are.
Yes. Well, and sometimes, in Phillips County, we kind of maybe are so used to the things that we have that we don't fully appreciate them. But here there are people from all over the world are coming to the Hansen Museum.
Yeah.
So we need to be really good about getting over there and checking out these great exhibits too, because we have something really special.
We do.
Right here in our backyard.
That's right.
So that current exhibit, how long do they have? What's the end date for that exhibit? Do you remember?
I have a cheat sheet here.
Okay, perfect.
Yeah, so it'll run through June 14th.
June 14th, and then the new one
will open on June 29th. And we'll it's so large, we'll have to close for a week for installation.
Okay.
Like we had to do with our astronaut exhibit. So it'll take up both of our rooms and
and that astronaut exhibit was really great. I know our family had a lot of fun with it. Younger kids, older kids, the adults, we all had a lot of fun with it. It was very immersive, and so that I'm sure that will be another wonderful family activity for everyone to enjoy. And the photographs sound really neat too. So definitely people should get over and check that out before it's done.
Yes.
to the archer, Camry Chestnut.
All right.
If I hear my name, I'm going to be
still talking.
If I hear my name,
All
I'm
right.
going to be concerned. Yeah.
Right, yes, we did not get called to the office, so we're okay. Sorry.
That's good.
This does take place in a school. So, right. So, Shari, is there anything else that I've forgotten? There's so many great things going on.
You can check out our website or Facebook, and we try to keep it up to date. I will be working on the website today to get our new classes up and going. We try to get the registrations in the hand of our members before we put them up for the general public, but everyone's invited to attend everything. We just try to give members first opportunity.
Their heads up. That's one of the many benefits of
being a
membership.
membership.
If someone would be interested in a membership, they can contact you about that as well. So thank you so much for coming on and for all the great things that you're providing for the whole world, it seems.
We're
right?
very fortunate to have the
Yes.
support of the Hansen Foundation. We could not do
Yes.
what we do without their generous continued support.
Yes, for sure. So definitely go visit Shari at the Hansen Museum often over the summer.
Yes, please.
And through the whole year, but definitely a very busy summer coming up. So thank you, Shari. And there are a few announcements that we have today. On May 12th, the Red Cross is going to be having their blood drive from 12 to 6 out at the Phillips County Fair building. The appointments can be made at redcrossblood.org, and blood is in short supply currently, so they really need all the donations they can get. So if you are able to do that, please do that as well. The commodities will be dispersed on Monday, May 18th from 2 to 3 at the Senior Center through the food pantry there here in Phillipsburg. And so if you know someone who is in need or you are in need, that will be an opportunity to get that. Certainly prices are high and times are tough, and so don't forget about that opportunity. And then the Tadpoll will be having some changes here. So next week there will be a Tadpoll, but that will be the last Tadpoll for a while. We'll be taking a break as there's going to be new flooring installed here. And so there will be a break, but the Tadpoll will be back. And so that is an important thing to note. So I'm sure many people will miss that, but hopefully it will be back and better than ever. My Phillips County Online is really a great place to go to check on those upcoming events. There will still be posts and community news that will be shared that way. It just won't be in the same live video format. And so if you have anything that you need to share, the way to do that is through Facebook messages, through My Phillips County Online, or you can call or text Kim Packabeer, 785-302-0532. And just want to let you know about those opportunities and those announcements. There are many activities going on for Phillips County students at the end of the school year here, so good luck to all of those student athletes and others competing. And thank you so much for joining us for the Tadpoll. That's all we have for today.